So the forgotten man and woman in this country are being shadow banned on X, on Rumble, on TikTok, on every platform. And what's interesting is now YouTube and Rumble won't even let me see my comments. Like, it shows that I have comments, but it won't let me have access to them. And this channel on TikTok is throttled. It's been a backup account of mine, but they've always throttled it. They took my other one away, which of course they would 2 weeks or now 11 days before the election. So, I know there's the whole X team out there. I mean, I get silenced because I'm a Trump supporter. And for many reasons. It's happened since the beginning. One is I reported Northwestern for blacklisted thermal cameras, and the only people, it was when I realized that the Department of Justice, the FBI, none of those agencies care about Americans, because none of them cared about that. Because I took pictures of the cameras, got the serial numbers off of them, sent them to every news agency, even your alternative news. Nobody cared. The only people that did get back to me and left me a message was the White House, actually, somebody from the White House. That was in the summer of September of 2020. So, August of 2020. So ever since then, I've been making videos, and then I've talked about how I know that Trump was eradicating human trafficking. Most of my videos are about Trump, but also about a whole bunch of other stuff, about truths. And so from the beginning, I've been silenced, and like many people, have had my channels removed. But what I've had to listen to today, like from I don't know if it was Glenn Beck or Patrick Bet-David or Jordan Peterson, who knows? They're all the X team now. If there is any more praise for Elon Musk, I'm about to vomit. Somebody actually said today that he's what's keeping our democracy together. I hope that Trump realizes that, because I think you're a really low character person, that you have the biggest social media platform and you shadow ban people. But you're praised by all the people that, in my opinion, all those people aren't people that care about the forgotten men and women of this country. I know everybody loves them. You know who they are. They're all on stage. They're all the new team. And okay, I believe that Trump knows who people are. So since I believe Trump when he says that this was about the forgotten men and women, well, I'm just one of the many of those people that have been being silenced, being shadow banned. I can't even if I copy the link on my YouTube video and go into like DuckDuckGo, Google, doesn't matter, and put to my video, copy the link, it won't bring me to it. That's how much, YouTube's always shadow banned me. But for those that, side note, the reason I'm saying this too, is somebody left me a comment about the Freddie Mercury short video I did. That had nothing to do with Freddie Mercury. That had to do with the left that came in because I used a Queen song to a short video showing poll numbers or Donald Trump saying we're winning bigger than I should say, basically was what the article said. And I used a Queen song, Princess of the Universe. And then, of course, some leftist had to get in my comment section. And on TikTok, I can see my comments, but on any other platforms, I can't. But TikTok shadow bans me. So, and they just took down my main account. So, but I was replying to somebody that was saying that Freddie Mercury would never like Trump, and any sane artist wouldn't. And also had said in another comment that no artists would like Trump. Well, first of all, that's totally not true. There's tons and tons of rappers that love Trump, have long before he ran for president. But more than that, my point to saying that about the P. Diddy parties wasn't because I was trying to say Freddie Mercury went to P. Diddy parties. Of course not. And it was nothing against Freddie Mercury. It was the fact that don't use this bullshit about artists or Hollywood to somehow hold up that, or to try to make the case that Trump is no good. Most especially because most all of the artists have been to the P. Diddy parties. I mean, that's really why Kamala, well, you can just see who they are. Usher, all the ones that are promoting Kamala. So it really hurt. That's the reason I said what I said. It wasn't saying anything against Freddie Mercury, and it wasn't saying anything against Queen. It was saying that this really isn't the day, that this is not really the greatest place in this day and time anyway, to be carrying on about whether artists like Trump or not, given everything that is being exposed when it comes to what many, many, many music artists have been doing. So that was the point to that. But just to clarify that. So anybody that leaves me a comment on Rumble or YouTube, I can't see it. They won't give me access to it. It's funny how it's both of those. But I think that, you know, when people carry on in this country and everybody does it, all of these, you know, Patrick Bet-David, Glenn Beck, they all do it. They're putting Elon on this idol pedestal, okay? Like, he shadow bans people. And I know there's tons of creators on here that love Elon too, but sorry, I just don't trust him. Because when you can be somebody that's as famous as him, and yet you're shadow banning the forgotten man and woman, then it really shows that you're a low character person. I mean, so is YouTube and Rumble, because they shadow ban too, and so is TikTok. Because the very people that most should be heard are the people you guys are suppressing, and so is all the alternative media. All the alternative media that I sent the pictures of those Chinese telecom cameras to, that Northwestern put in, that Trump had blacklisted that company because of national security risks. If any of our media and all those alternative ones that you think, and some of them I've even said are, yeah, they speak the truth, but it's almost like, it seems like they all just are trying to surround Trump so that they can somehow try to control him going into the next presidency. And I think Trump sees it, because Trump is a man of his word. And I think that he just knows how to play the cards right. Let's put it that way. But when he says his running for office, last election and this one it's about the forgotten man and woman. He's actually somebody I believe when he says that. So all these people trying to surround him, that, you know, we're Democrats, by the way, just saying. And great, you know, maybe they're true converters. Yeah, I'm not going to say they're not. I'm just saying that none of those people cared about what the forgotten man and woman had to say, those that have big platforms. They act like they do, but they really don't. Which is why for a long time I've not had a whole lot of trust in them. Because any of those alternative news people that I sent those pictures to, saying this is a Dua company, that's one of the companies Trump blacklisted, this should be concerning to you. Okay, well, especially when all these platforms carry on about China, right? And none of them get back to me. It's like, it wasn't just DOJ that showed me they didn't care about Americans. It wasn't just FBI. It was all of those people too. All of those people that are singing Trump's praises. They didn't care about those pictures. And the only reason I think they wouldn't care about them, because to me that was alarming, most especially if you would have seen the headline today where Vance and Trump's phones were hacked because of Chinese interference into then that should have concerned all those people, all those alternative, all those people that are claiming they're patriots and on Trump's side. Then they would have cared about that, but they didn't. So that's why I've always been on the fence about all of them. And anybody that has a platform like Elon Musk does and shadow bans just shows that he doesn't value the First Amendment. But everybody keeps praising him. we'll see what happens.